Good morning all. Today we will do the third hardware experiment of your EMW, that is the coupling measurement of H plane T, E plane T and magic T junction with the transmission line. The equipments required are the microwave source, that is reflex klystron, isolator, frequency meter, the variable attenuator, slotted line, magic T, the tunable probe, VSWR meter and cable and accessories. These are all the things, the test bench setup I have told you earlier. The same test bench setup for this experiment. Only the difference is you need a magic T. So what is a magic T? So let us start. What is a power divider? This is called the magic T. Let me bring the magic T. So this is called the magic T. You can see. So this is nothing but a power divider. So what is a power divider? So we have a in microwave component. We have a power divider. What do you mean by a power divider? This is the block diagram of a power divider. Suppose this is my input power P1 is coming to the input port, and it divides the power into P2 and P3. Suppose P2 equal to alpha times some fraction of P1 and P3 is some fraction of P1. If you add these two, alpha P1 plus P1 minus alpha P1. So this two cancels. So total output of this is P1, which is given from this. That means this P1 is divided into two parts, P2 and P3. P2 is some fraction of P1 and P3 is some fraction of P1. Let us say we are giving 10 watt of power to this power divider. It is divided into two parts. Let's say this is 3 watt, let's say this is 7 watt. That means the power is divided. So this is a 3-port network. That means one input port and two output ports. So we can have a 3-port power divider or also 4-port power divider. So that can be that has 4 number of ports, and in 3-port we have 3 number of ports. Also this power divider also can be used as a power combiner. That means you can combine the power also. That means you give the power at 2 ports, P2 and P3, that will be added and we get the power at P1. So this is called the power combiner. Here it is a power, it can act as a power divider. That means it divides the power into two parts. In case of power combiner, we have two inputs P2 and P3, and that is combined and it is obtained at port P1. So we can have different types of power dividers and power combiners. So I'll show you a 3-port power divider. Let us start with E plane T. So what is a E plane T? Look at here. This is called the E plane T. You can see this is a 3-port network. Why the name is E plane T? Why the name is T? T stands for it looks like the English letter T. You can see this is like a English letter T, like this one. Okay. So since the shape is like a T, its name is E plane T. Why the name is E plane? Assume that the microwave the signal is coming like this. Okay. So I told you that electric field, magnetic field and the direction of propagation are always perpendicular to each other. So now the electric field is like this. If you the signal is coming like this, its electric field is suppose this is my x-axis. Let us say this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and this is my z-axis. Okay. So electric field is varying in the x-axis, magnetic field is varying in the y-axis, and both are propagating in the z direction. This is my propagation z direction. So since the electric field is parallel to this arm, it has three arms. These two are called the collinear arm. These two are called the collinear arm. This arm is called the side arm or E arm. Why it is called E arm? Because this arm is parallel to the electric field. That's why its name is E plane T. So what is the peculiar property of this E plane T? The property is, if you give a signal, suppose let's say I denote this as port 1, this is port 2 and this is port 3. If you give the power, signal power at port 3, it will be equally divided at port 1 and port 2. Both the signal, if you give a signal here, both the signals have same amplitude. When you give the power here, it is equally divided with same amplitude, but the phase is opposite. They are 180 degree out of phase. Now similarly, another property is, if you give the two signals simultaneously at port 1 and port 2 simultaneously, if you give, their subtraction is obtained at port 3. The first property is, if you give the power here, it is equally divided but they are in opposite phase. The second property is, if you give the signals, two signals simultaneously, their subtraction is obtained at the port 3. So this is the property of E plane T. Then this is a 3-port network. Then we have another 3-port network, that is called H plane T. You can see this one. This is called H plane T. Okay. So similarly, it has two collinear arms, and this is the H arm. I told you electric field was in this direction, x-axis, and magnetic field is in this direction, right, in the y-axis. Since this side arm is parallel to the magnetic field, that's why its name is H plane T. It's the shape of T, that's why it is T, and the side arm is parallel to the magnetic field, that's why its name is H plane T. If you compare this, देखो how the both have the same collinear arm, but the electric field arm is in the x-axis and the magnetic field arm is in the y-axis. You can see one is vertical, one is horizontal. One is vertical, if you put them in front of this signal coming, right, one is vertical, another is horizontal. This is parallel to electric field, this is parallel to magnetic field. So what is the property of H plane T? It has also a peculiar property. If you give the signal, let us port 1, this is a let's say port 1, port 2, and this is, let us say, port 3. When you give a signal at port 3, it is equally divided and same phase. In E plane T, they are opposite phase, but when you give a signal here, they are equally divided and both the signals have the same phase. Similarly, the second property, when you give the two signals simultaneously, you can give the two signals simultaneously, then the addition of the two signals result at this port. But in your E plane T, their subtraction is resulted, but here the addition is resulted. Okay. Now another these two are the 3-port components. These two are the 3-port microwave components. Now a combination of this E plane T and H plane T is called the magic T. You can see this is called the magic T. It is a 4-port device. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us name this as port 1, name this as port 2, the E arm I denote as port 3, the H arm I denote as port 4. So this magic T combines the property of both E plane T as well as H plane T. So what is the fourth property? First property, when you give the signals at port 3 or at E plane ER, when you give the signal at ER, it is equally divided at the two collinear arms 1 and 2. Both are equal magnitude but opposite phase. The first property. The second property, when you give the signal, that means it is satisfying the E plane T. Now check whether, now let us check whether magic T obey the property of H plane T or not. When you give the signals at port 4 or HR, it will be equally divided at 1 and 2, but they are of same phase. That is the difference. When you give the at E plane T, they are in opposite phase. When you give at H plane T, they are equal magnitude but opposite in phase. Now, when you give the third property is, when you give the signal at port 3, they are equally divided at 1 and 2 opposite phase, but nothing comes at port 4. So 3 and 4 are called isolated ports. The E plane port or E arm port, the port 3 and port 4 are isolated. When you give the power at 3, the power comes at 1 and 2, nothing comes at 4. Similarly, when you give the power at port 4, they comes equal in 1 and 2, nothing comes at 3. So 4 and 3 are isolated, 3 and 4 are isolated. Then another property is when two signals are simultaneously given at 1 and 2, when two signals are simultaneously given at 1 and 2, their addition comes at H plane T and their subtraction comes at E plane T. When you give two signals are given at 1 and 2, their addition results at H plane T, that is the property of H plane T, you know, and the subtraction comes at port 3 or E plane T. The last property is, when you give the signal at 1, nothing comes at 2. That means 1 and 2 are isolated. Similarly, these are symmetrical to each other, 1 and 2 are symmetrical. So when you give the power at 1, nothing comes at port 2. So 1 and 2 are isolated. Similarly, when you give the power at 2, nothing comes at 1. So 2 and 1 are isolated. So 3 and 4 are isolated, 1 and 2 are also isolated. So in the experiment, we will measure the coupling as well as isolation. So how to measure the coupling? How to measure the isolation? You have to, this is the magic T, right? This is the magic T. So you give the power at 3. You give the power at 3, and these two should be, 1 and 2 should be terminated with match termination. These two, another match termination should be there. So 1 and 2 are closed, and you take the power at 4. Measure the power at 4. So I am giving the power at 3 and measuring the power at 4. So P3 minus P4 will give me the isolation. So, suppose this is the magic T. This is port 1, this is port 2. The ER is port 3 vertical, and the horizontal arm, this is port 4. This is the ER. This is the H arm. Okay. So you give the power at 3 and you measure the power at 4. At that point, 1 and 2 should be terminated with matched load. That means they should be closed. 1 and 2 are closed. 1 and 2. So you may give the input at P3 and measure the power at P4. So isolation is, I told you P3 and P4 are isolated ports. That means P3 minus P4 will give me the isolation. So this is in dB. This is also in dB. This is called the isolation. So how to measure the coupling? I told you that if you give the power at 3, it will be equal divided at 1 and 2 and nothing comes at 4. So coupling is when you give the power at P3, you measure the power at P1. That means how much power is coupled. Or you can write P3 minus P2. Both are same because both the magnitude are same. So either you can take P3 minus P1 or P3 minus P2. This will give me the coupling. Then the coupling coefficient is defined as 10 to the power minus alpha by 20 dB. 10 to the power alpha by 20. Coupling coefficient. So this is in dB, this is dB cancels. So this is unitless. 10 to the minus alpha by 20. This is called the alpha. So we will measure in the experiment, we will measure the isolation. That means we will measure the difference of power between P3 and P4, and we will measure the power difference between P3 and P1 or P3 or P2. So we will measure this coupling coefficient as well as the isolation. So let us go to the micro test bench for doing this experiment.